This tutorial will walk you through how to create a public list in Koha. In the staff client, you can create a list that could be seen on the OPAC as a public list. To do that, you can either start by finding the items that you want to add to the list, or you could create the list and then add items that way. So I'm going to go ahead and search for, maybe we're going to create a gardening list. Once I have my results, I can easily choose the books that I want to add into the list. Up here, I can add to a list. So these are the lists that I have created as private lists. Because I'm logged in to my account, I can see them. I also have the ability to create a new list. If you are creating a public list for the first time or creating a new public list, you want to create a new list, add a name to that list, and then make that list public. I've gone ahead and added those. If I was in a record, a full record, I could easily add an item to the list from here as well. Add to list, select an existing list, and I like this way you can see which ones are the private lists and which ones are the public lists. And then the last way, if I went to lists, so I'm going to use that more drop-down menu, go to lists. I can see my private lists, and then I also have access to my public lists. If I wanted to go ahead and look at the titles in my gardening list, I can do that. I can also add items by using just copying and pasting barcodes, scanning barcodes with my barcode scanner, or adding biblio numbers. Biblio numbers can be used if your items do not have a barcode. You can assign a biblio number to add that to the list. Now let's pop back, let's go over to the OPAC. From the OPAC, that public list will be seen from the list drop-down menu. And it would be, let's go ahead and refresh the screen since I've just added it. My public list, there it is right at the top under gardening. And there are the items I added to my list. When a user is looking at records within your collection, if the item is part of a list, it will show up in the record and easily make it accessible, the rest of the list accessible through this linkage. That is how you can create a public list.